Okay, so today we're talking about how to solve polynomials. So before we were factoring, there was no solving. So remember, when you are asked to solve, that means there is an equal sign. So we're going to get x equals something, or right, y equals something, okay? So we're talking about solving polynomials. So polynomials, we are going to have, I'm going to give you a graph. We're not graphing today, but I do want to give you something here. And I'm going to say x and y. And I'm going to put some points here. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to draw a graph that looks like this. And then this graph matches this exact same function here. I'm going to do... And so what I want you to understand is what we're doing is we're saying, okay, we're solving these polynomials. When y, f of x is y, when y is 0, right, this pair here, when y is 0, what is x? When y is 0, what is my x value? Well, this equation tells me. So I can say 3x equals 0, divide by 3, and x equals 0. That's my first point right here. And so that's my first solution. Then the next one, I'm going to set this binomial equal to 0, and I'm going to say x equals 2. And that is my next point right here. So what we're doing is we are solving. They're not always going to give you graphs, but I do need you to understand how they're tied together. And the reason is that this is squared and there's two solutions is because if I distribute this, this becomes 3x squared minus 6x. And notice it is a power of 2. So I'm going to have two solutions. Okay, so let's look at another one. Let's say I had f of x equals x plus 8 squared. Okay, on a graph, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to say this is negative 8. All right, I have a point only at one point, and it's facing up. And the reason is because remember this power of 2 means this is x plus 8 times x plus 8. We're setting this equal to 0. So I'm going to set my binomial x plus 8 equals 0. My other binomial x plus 8 equals 0. Subtract 8, and so x equals negative 8. And it will be negative 8 on this side as well. Okay, let's look at another one. So let's say I had 2x plus 1 and 3x minus 4, and I said it equals 0. Now remember, this is your f of x, this is your y. You're always setting it equal to 0, so I'm not changing anything. So I'm going to say 2x plus 1 equals 0, and then I'm going to say 3x minus 4 equals 0. Subtract the 1, so 2x equals negative 1, divide by 2, so x equals negative 1/2. When y is 0, right? So I'm going to add the 4. So we 3x equals 4, divide by 3, and x equals 4/3. So if I had to graph this, I would get an idea of what, this is an x, that's a y. Sorry, that doesn't look kind of like a y. What this graph looks like. So I'm going to put a 1 there. Okay. And so these are going by 1. So I have a negative 1/2. So x is about right here. And 4/3, it's a little bit before 1, right? It's going closer to 2, but not quite. It's 1 1/3. And so this graph would look something like that. Okay, so we need to understand what we're doing with these values. They're solving for when your y value is 0, right? So if I was to graph this, this would be 4/3 0. This is your y is 0. This is negative 1/2 0. When y is 0, what is x? All right, and that should get you for 7.4a and b.